Welcome back to another episode of Q Reviews. In this Q Review, we'll be going over Boba Fett episode 2, The Tribes of Tatooine. Yes, now what did I think of this episode over the previous episode, which I didn't really love? This is a huge improvement, yo, from last week. They're trying to put some respect on Boba Fett's name. Now, this episode takes place in 2 different time periods, one in the present and one in the past with the Sand People, but I ain't gonna say Sand People because that sounds racist. I'm gonna put some respect on their name like this episode did. I'm gonna call them the Tuscan Raiders, like they deserve to be called. Now, what did I think of this first half of this episode? Boba Fett met the mayor.
I met the mayor, right, and nothing they can do about it.
We actually had a really good time. Life, highs and lows.
It's so interesting because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey,
with that comment.
Come on.
No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit.
You know, we're doing live TV.
And I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
All right.
Yep. Boba Fett met the mayor for sending those Mortal Kombat Sand People after him, and he went to go check them. You know what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to. Like, don't send these motherfuckers after me, or it's gonna be trouble, yo. I like how he laid it down. I like the mayor here too. I like the practical effect of him, and like we don't really know who sent these ninjas. Was it the mayor or it's some kind of other people? But you know he had some involvement with him. And then just then he goes to the I guess the Mos Eisley bar or whatever, and then he's talking to you know, one of the people in there. And then you hear these drums come out, do 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 do, and you come out and you see two Jabbas sitting on the throne like they're carrying them through the streets, and they're actually Jabba the Hutt's cousins, and they're CG here, but I want to say I prefer the you know, the practical Jabba to me, you know what I'm saying? Those practical effects of that Jabba from Return of the Jedi is just the coldest, you know, but I understand that's highly expensive to build a super prop like that. Shouts out to Jim Henson. So anyway, the Jabbas come out and was like, yo, that palace is ours because it belongs to the Hutt, because we're cousins of the Hutt, so it's belonging to us. Boba Fett, I think he looks so fucking cool with his mask on every time. It's like, nah, we ain't doing it like that, you know what I'm saying? This is my shit now. I took it over. If you want it, you're going to have to come take it. And I thought it might have been some bloodshed right in the street. And who is this? Who is son right here? Who is this Wookiee right here? This big, black, mean-looking Wookiee. Now, I'm not into the Star Wars lore deep like that, but I know he's from a comic book. He looks like a big, badass black Wookiee that you don't want to fuck with. So I can't wait to see what comes of him. You know, is he going to fight Bubba, or is he going to be in an Obi-Wan show? I don't know, but that fucking Wookiee looks cool. The way they got the ninja to confess who sent him, they sent him in the Rancor pit, and then like you go to the Rancor pit. Like in the back of my mind, like I'm not gonna see a Rancor here, like from Return of the Jedi, and you know what I'm saying, to get him to talk. As they open the gate up, she's like, oh shit, we might see a Rancor, but we don't. There's nothing there.
It's empty.
Because I like the continuity that they tied into it. Like, yeah, that Rancor is dead from Return of the Jedi, and this is not too far off from Return of the Jedi, so it makes perfect sense. I thought that was a gangster move right there. So that's everything I love about this first half of the episode. We don't spend a lot of time in this first half of the episode. Then we go back to him in the cryogenic chamber or whatever. Then we go back to the past in the Tuscan Raiders. So the Tuscan Raiders and Boba Fett, they kind of have a mutual respect from them. But the Tuscan Raiders, aren't that intelligent, and they don't know how to use like man machinery. Boba Fett devises a plan to go get these speeder bikes from this local bar, another Mos Eisley bar. And then in there is a fight scene. I like this fight scene better than the previous one. And it was still a little stiff, but it seemed like it was more impactful. Like he was really, you know what I'm saying, whipping that work with that stick, you know what I'm saying? So he go back to the homies, they teaching him how to use the speeder bikes. I mean, it was pretty entertaining. It was kind of a long montage from him training the Tuscan Raiders. I thought it was kind of silly, but it kind of worked at the same time. Him teaching them how to jump and things like that. Then we get to the episode where this train comes by and it's just blasting at the Tuscan Raiders. I'm like, damn, why are they shooting at the homies? They just chilling in the sand. I'm like, what's that all about? So they devise a plan to get the speeder bikes to hijack this train and see why they, why they beefing with them, why the ops beefing at them, why the ops always shooting at the Tuscan Raiders. They have no idea. They just, they're just trying to protect their own race. And like this train just come by shooting blasters, taking out Moffas and other Tuscan Raiders. Like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't right. So that's when we get to the spectacular third act of this show, when they hijack the train, which I think this hijacking of this train is better than the actual film Solo. It was highly entertaining. The action was on fire. It was on point. I started to, you know what I'm saying, get behind the Tuscan Raiders. You know, like I was seeing some that I'd seen in the episode, and I seen some getting taken out. I was like, damn, I like homie, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying, now he's out of there. They end up taking over the train. They had this droid here that was just a pretty cool droid that was, you know, working all the mechanics and everything like that. And once they hijacked the ship, he bailed ship like, fuck this train, y'all could have it. Yeah, I thought that was cool. And then they threw the Disney money at it with the spectacular train crash that looked epic. You can tell they put a lot of money in there. I was like, okay, all right, Boba Fett, I see y'all putting the money into this to make this what it needs to be. So I respected that. So they hijacked the plane, and then they find out the device of it were these people smuggling spice through. And they didn't want the Tuscan Raiders to have anything to do with it or try to hijack their plane, so they'll shoot at them so they can be safe. But Boba Fett, being the gangster he is, now he's showing his gangsters Don Corleone moves. He was like, y'all don't pass through here without paying the Tuscan people first. You know what I'm saying? This is their land, so you gotta pay them. So like, I like that as a divisive gangster move there too. So like, the Tuscan people and the leader now respect Bubba as one of their own, but they still gotta go. They're very tribal people, so Bubba gotta go through one more trial before he really becomes part of the crew, part of the gang, if you know what I'm saying. So he takes out this lizard, blows some spice in his face, and the lizard goes up his nose, and Bubba goes on this magical Wakandan type journey to bring back this stick. I'm like, this big ass branch. I'm like, what this? I don't understand what this big ass branch is for. But it turns out they're making his weapon, you know what I'm saying? So we got a whole little montage of he's making this badass Boba Fett weapon. By the end of it, he's dressed like the Emperor in all black and his badass Boba Fett stick. And I was like, all right, then, you know, they showed the Tuscan Raiders that they show they're not just people in the sand going, they actually showed them that they got it out the mud. That's what I respect, you know what I'm saying? The Tuscan Raiders got that shit out the mud. They're very prideful people. They're very tribal people, but you know what I'm saying, they're just not mindless idiots. You know what I'm saying? We never seen that in Star Wars lore before. So I really respect them for putting respect on the name of Boba Fett in this episode, and the respect of the Tuscan Raiders. I mean, now they the homies, you know what I'm saying? Now they his people, you know what I'm saying? So I really respected that. And at the end, they had it's a little Boba Fett dance. They all doing it, and the training montages. Only thing I would say, I think the training montages maybe lasted a little too long. I was ready to get to the get down, but when I got to that train scene at the end, I thought it paid off spectacularly, and I like this one way better than the first episode. So if I had to score this episode, it's better than the episode, but I'm not completely grasped in yet because I don't know what's happening in the present time of Boba Fett. But if I'm gonna give it a score, I think I'm gonna give this one a 3.5 out of 5. Way better episode than the other one, but I need a little bit more meat to hook me in the present, and I hope we don't go too much further back in the past. I think this was good enough to transcend the story forward now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in now. Like, now, I thought it was only 5 episodes. Apparently, there's 7. So now we have 5 more left. So, you know, I can't wait to see what's going down with that big black Wookiee, what's going down with the Jabbas. You know, that's interesting, but I enjoyed the time in the past in this episode better than I did in the present, but I can tell they're setting something up. So what do you guys think of this episode? I'm rambling on. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments below. And will you still be watching Boba Fett? And if you like this content, consider hitting that like button. If you really like this content, come on, let's join the Q Review family. I got Boba Fett reactions every week. And don't just stare at it, mate. Eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got